Hey everybody, Ryan here at eTrailer. Today on our 2019 Ford F-150, we're going to be checking out the Curt A16 fifth wheel hitch. Nowadays, these half-ton trucks are really capable, and so people are really, putting them through the paces, towing a lot of heavy stuff around and whatnot. So if you have a fifth wheel type trailer, whether it's a camper or something else, you're going to need a way to pull it, and that's exactly what this is going to help you do. So this is going to be a fixed mount one, meaning that it's just going to drop into your in-bed rails. These are Curt rails, but it's kind of an industry standard. If you have other manufacturers of rails, chances are really, really good. This is still just going to kind of drop into place and work out there. Being that it's fixed, that kind of, brings me to my next point. So in our truck, this is only a 5.5 foot bed, so it's a really short bed. And a lot of times, what I usually recommend is a sliding type hitch, right? That way when you make turns and stuff, the hitch will go back and give you the cab clearance that you need. That way your trailer don't swing around and end up making contact with your cab corner, damaging the truck and the trailer. But what our customer is doing today is his trailer actually has one of those rotating pin boxes. I believe it's the Reese Sidewinder. So that's how he can get away with using a fixed one. So this hitch is compatible with those rotating pin boxes. So instead of the hitch in the truck moving, the pin box on the camper will. Now, if you have a long bed, really don't need to worry about any of that, right? A fixed type hitch is gonna work out just fine. This particular hitch is going to be rated for 16,000 pounds, so probably more than enough for the F-150. But if you like to go a little overkill, there's a 20,000 pound version of this available as well. The head of it articulates and does have a little bit of movement in there, just to help absorb some of that road shock and chucking and things like that, and making it easier to hook up, So when you back up, this can kind of move around, and kind of guide itself around that kingpin on your trailer. And that's gonna kind of bring me to my next point. This has a dual jaw type design, so it's open right now, but maybe I can reach over and close it. And this thing is no joke here. Whenever that's locked around the kingpin, you can see it's super strong. It's no joke. It's going to have complete 360 degree contact, and that's going to really create a secure and good connection, kind of giving you some peace of mind there whenever you're towing your trailer down the road. The hitch head is going to be adjustable, so I believe there's three different adjustments. You can raise it up or down depending on your trailer and how high your truck sits and everything else, to kind of dial that in, get it as level as possible whenever you're towing. Right now we have it in the middle position, and I'm letting you know that because a lot of people ask about tonneau covers, right? And if they're going to be able to use one and not have to bother taking the hitch in and out. And you should be in pretty good shape regardless of what tonneau cover you have. On our truck today, we have one of these roll-up ones, pretty common. And like I said, even in the middle position and this over it, there's still, a ton of space here. So even if this was up a few more inches, you'd still have plenty of clearance, and in most cases, in most tonneau covers, you shouldn't have anything to worry about. If in the off season, if you don't want this hitch back here, you're not going to plan on using it for a while, you can pull it in and out, which I'm not going to lie, these things are pretty heavy. Thankfully though, this one, the head comes off of it separately, so you can remove those. This will pop out, so you can get that out of the way and then pull the base out. And both of these independently are pretty manageable. Together, it's not the easiest thing to do. So by being able to break it apart like that, it kind of turns a two-man job into a one-man job. Other than that, a nice hitch. It's well built. I like how it looks. Has that kind of that flat black, matte black finish to it. Really can't ask for too much more. Relatively lightweight when you break them apart, and something you really can't go wrong with. Honestly, you know what our neighbor did here today, kind of got the whole package which makes sense on an F-150, you know, pulling a big camper around. You got the Curt rails, you got our Curt embed wiring. He even went and did airlift airbags and a compressor. So I feel like all that stuff together he should be really happy with and make his towing experience a comfortable and good one. I do want to say, though, I want to emphasize this again. If you got a short bed like this and your trailer doesn't have one of those rotating pin boxes on it, it's really important to find a sliding type hitch. I just don't want to see anyone pop this in their truck, make that turn, and end up damaging anything. So a sliding one or that rotating pin box is going to alleviate any of those issues. And that'll finish up our look at of the Curt A16 fifth wheel hitch in our 2019 Ford F-150.